do something new this week and do a video with the background of the Mexican flag. Since that's where we're living right now, this video will be fairly short. It's going to go over a day that we spent up on a mountain having a picnic at one of Elvia's uncle's plots of land where he grows some lime trees and some other fruits. Well, the day itself wasn't all that exciting and there wasn't a lot going on. One funny event did happen that I just couldn't miss the opportunity to tell you about a story from 10 years ago that we were recounting up on the mountain that day. It was so funny. Elvia's mom was laughing so hard that she was in tears. Let's not delay any longer. Let's see what a picnic on a mountain in Mexico looks like. Okay, here we are on our way to a picnic. When we stopped for a minute, we saw what looked like a foundation or basement of a house. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but it was full of water and had a pump and a large hose over the side. So it made me think it might actually be a storage tank for water. My guess is for being able to provide water to plants during dry periods. This is actually why we all got out of the truck. There was a washed out area and it was difficult to navigate through for this little pickup. But eventually we figured something out and we got up to the picnic area. Now, I'd never been on a Mexican picnic before.
It's pretty dry up there too.
I was expecting sandwiches or something like that. But that morning, Elvia's mom cooked a beef stew. So first order of business once we got up to this picnic spot was to start a fire so we could warm up the food that we cooked about 2 hours earlier.
Beautiful day for a picnic.
Here, now's your chance to laugh at me. I was sitting here taking this video, and I was looking off in the distance there, and I was trying to figure out why some of those trees were darker than the other trees. And just about when I was about to ask Elvia if she knew, I figured out that was the shadow from the clouds up above. Here we have a little sweet corn right out of the fire. So as we're sitting around, Elvia's mom and dad start to tell a story, and I'm just barely picking up what they're talking about because my Spanish just isn't very good, but I can make out enough to know what they're talking about. Elvia's mom is laughing so hard, as you can see here. She's got tears coming to her eyes and she's falling over laughing. I just had to take this opportunity to record this moment. What on earth could be so funny, you ask? Well, 10 years ago, for Elvia's dad's birthday, I wanted to give him a great surprise. I'd only been in the family for years at this point. I wanted to do something special. I asked Elvia if she thought her dad would like a plane ride for his birthday. I had just got my pilot's license not long before this. She said she'd check, and later came back and said, well, my dad is afraid of flying, but if we were going to do it, we might be able to get him to go, but we couldn't tell him ahead of time. And if you know me at all, you can guess that I thought this was a wonderful idea. We were going to give Elvia's dad a birthday he would never forget.
Se le apaga el motor arriba y voy a caer en un pinche fila allá tragando elotes allá con el elote atravesado. Ya no digas nada.
¿Qué de ahí para acá qué le pasó? A ver, tú acláranos.
Me matan los pinches nervios. Yo por eso llegué chueco aquí, fíjate, del pescuezo, me chingó el miedo, fíjate. A lo mejor de ahí para acá vengo chueco, fíjate. Me agarraba aire, yo creo. Pues se subía la avioneta. Esa avioneta me desgració, fíjate. Así.
No, pero dicen que los nervios son normales.
No, pues de ahí para acá ya me bajé con el pescuezo chueco así. Y ahora para componerme va a estar cabrón.
Ocupas otra subida. Ahora para el otro lado.
Well, this isn't actual footage of our flight. Gives you a good idea of what Elvia's mom and dad would have been seeing out of the plane window. Snow-covered ground, sun shining, and the most terrifying part, coming in for a landing on a snow-covered runway. It was a good day, it was a good flight, and I hope it was a good birthday for Elvia's dad. At least it seems that way. 10 years later, he's still getting lots of laughter out of telling that story. Now here's a little bit for the nature lovers. There was a giant ant hill, and these ants were going crazy. Not sure exactly what they're doing, but they're carrying lots of things up out of this hole.
All a bunch of lime trees. I guess I didn't realize lime trees were so small. There's a little lime. Here's a couple.
Now tell me what's going on here. Is this a baby grasshopper taking a ride on its mama's back? Or is there something else going on here? Well, that's it for a day on the mountain. We'll leave these two alone. Well, you heard in the last video that I crashed the drone. Here's where it happened. I was so proud of myself for blindly landing the drone on top of the water tower, just using the camera on the drone. And I had Elvia come out and take a video of me taking off. As I bring it down, try to fly it closer to us, I get a little cocky, and I have no idea what I'm doing. And then, bam, right into the wall. This hurt my feelings so bad I had to go out and get some ice cream. Ice cream makes everything better. Well, that's it for this week. See you next week on the road and beyond.